Hey all, here we are with our second side quest video. We're going to start off with picking up the Skullchillin outside Ganon's castle that I missed before. I thought it was over on these ruins. We're passing around the left here. Turns out I just didn't go quite far enough. It's actually on the backside of this arch, so we'll see it just as we come around the bend here. You can hear it already. So we're going to go ahead and shoot this down. Then we'll pick it up for number 43. And with this, we're going to move on to number 44 over in Kakariko Village. So this one, we're going to have to get a little bit of altitude here. There's a nice feature with the hookshot that's not entirely publicized. You kind of have to stumble into it, at least as far as I remember, where you can actually use it to hook onto the rooftops here. We get it lined up right. A little bit lower. We can hook right under those shingles and pull ourselves across. So we'll take another jump over here. Careful not to jump ourselves off the side. Once we get up onto Impa's house, behind here we have Skullchillin number 44. Now for this next bit, we're going to need to be daylight, so let's just use a quick sun song to get to the next morning. And oh, as a result of using the sun song, the cuckoo that we had before, chicken, according to that, oddly enough, has hatched. We've got ourselves a pocket cuckoo. We'll come back to that later. Anyway, we're going to jump ahead to a little bit deeper in the village, and we're going to head into the potion shop. And we'll take the back door here. And this will take us out on this little platform here. This, by the way, is another quick way to get to the grotto down below here. Now, normally, to get to this guy up here, you would need an item that we wouldn't get until a little bit later. But if we line ourselves appropriately, we'll have just barely enough space to hookshot over there. We just need to find the right spot on this platform to do it. This should be the right spot here. Carefully line up the hookshot. And there we go. Now, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Fortunately, because of the way he's arranged, it's a little bit annoying to talk to him. You gotta be a little bit careful not to do that and knock yourselves off. And there we go with a heart piece. Now we're going to continue on, head over to the shooting gallery, which we tried a little bit in the official video. But let's go ahead and just take care of this right off. Go through the same rigmarole and talking to him that we did the first time around. And after about 7 or 8 tries, I don't remember exactly how much, go ahead and show the winning run here. And with this, we get the first upgrade of 2 for the fairy bow. This increases our quiver size up to, I believe, 40. So, this takes care of everything in Kakariko. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to Kokiri Forest. We're in here at night, which, by the way, shows I was wrong. The monsters don't actually come out here at night. Not sure what I was thinking of there. But anyway, you can see up here our next Skullchilla, number 45. I could line myself up a little bit better to get it here, but I'm lazy, so I'm just fiddling around with the proper aiming until I get it pointed just right. We've got this. Now it's on to the Lost Woods. And here in the Lost Woods is another one where I got a little bit mixed up here. I assumed that because we were in an indoor area that day and night wouldn't apply here, but it is technically open air, and so skulltulas will only appear in this area when it is nighttime. So quick slash to take this out. You've got Skullchilla 46. Now, here, while I was heading back to the Temple of Forest, or the Forest Temple, to get the last Skullchilla, I noticed a grotto here that I hadn't remembered to show off before. So we're going to bomb our way in and drop down. It's a nice looking area. And in here, we face a pair of Wolfos. They're a little bit easier to deal with as an adult. The longer reach of the Master Sword means you can actually stab under their defense, as we can see there. But overall, it's still quicker to use the strategy of dodging and backstabbing. You can see here that this one we haven't hit yet. If we go ahead and backstab it, it's a single shot with the Master Sword. What do we get for that? Another purple rupee. And before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and pause, take a look around this area, because I really like the crystalline walls here. It's a really nice look. It's interesting to think what this chamber might be, especially with that stonework ceiling. Not entirely sure, but might be something we chat about with Roxy. Anyway, I was about to run through the maze when I remembered that we no longer need to actually go through this maze to get to the far side. We can go ahead and just play the menu at a forest, just jump straight to the Forest Temple platform. Take this warp, and it brings us right to where we learned the minuet last time around. This way we're on the far side of the giant moblin here, and it's a little easier to take him on now, since we've got the fairy bow. So we can go ahead and arrow him down. Now let's go ahead and be a little bit fancy here and keep ourselves safe by using the hook shot. You can use the hook shot on ladders just as you can on roofs. Roofs. Roofs or roofs? Anyway. And it's a little close, but thankfully when you're on the ladder like that, the moblin doesn't matter. It can't hurt you while you're actually on the ladder. So just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and take him out from up here. And over here, originally I thought the Skullchilla was there on the way, but it's actually over here, a little bit further to the right. Gonna take this one out, and this will wrap things up with Skullchilla 47. Once I can actually aim the hookshot properly to collect it. Anyway, that's it for this side quest video. And see you next time with more actual gameplay stuff with Ambi and Roxy. Bye!